Hello friends, I am Satish Paryani, working as an assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. Today we are discussing on the topic called metal casting. At the end of this session, what will be our learning outcome? Students will be able to understand the basic concept of casting and the various terms used. What are the contents? First, we will understand basic introduction, then casting terms. Third, what are the limitations of the castings compared to other processes, and then advantages of casting as a process. Now, in basic introduction, what will be we will try to understand where the casting process lies, what are its historical roots. As we see, casting roots lies ways back almost 5000 BC. It means casting is not a new process. It was developed over a period of time. During Stone Age, arrowheads and bullets were made. Also, bronze statue of Zeus, which is called a supreme god, was cast in Greece. In India, around 3000 BC, a dancing girl of high bronze were found. Iron pillars, hooks, nails, bowls, daggers found in Delhi, Nasik, Ropar have long traces since 2000 BC. Today also you see a lot of parts are being invented now and then with the help of casting as a process. First of all, casting is a very old manufacturing process. As we see, when during the man process, this casting process first was discovered with the help of gold. Gold, which was a very soft material, was used as a very precise material. Parallelly, silver was given the similar treatment. Then came the copper. For copper, the one limitation was it was hard. So what to do with that? So they tried to how to format it. Then after over a period of time, they saw what we can do with the sand also. Then parallel traces were observed during pottery was made with the help of sand, and then the man started thinking again what we can do with the cast, what can we do with the sand, a casting. Then they started doing a casting in the process with the help of sand. Its principle is very simple. First, a mold is made with required cavity. A cavity is made, then the heated metal, which is generally or above its melting point, is poured into that cavity. Then metal solidifies inside that cavity, and finally the solid part is removed from the mold. During this process, a mold either is broken out, or the mold is separated out, which we learn as a cope half or drag half how it is being removed with the help of dowel pins. It is a very simple process compared to other manufacturing processes. Generally, what are the molding materials used? What are the mold materials used? Depending upon the application, sand is used, metal is used, wax is used, considering their application like surface finish, tolerances, and their rejection level. What are the casting terms? Let us now see what are the different casting terms which are being used to explain the casting process. Please go through this figure. First, we will start with the first term called flask, which is, what is this flask? It is a container type of things where mold is being made. Now, what are the flask material? Flask can either will be metal part or wooden part. Generally, wooden part is being used due to its ease of availability and low cost. Metal being used where we have large number of production or mass production can be used, or the parts which is used again and again or will be used over a period of time in good quantity. Now, the second part, what will is the casting term is called sand. What is sand? Sand is not used directly. It is a mixture of sand, dry sand, plus moisture, plus some kind amount of clay is being used, so that this sand is being mixtured and is used in the casting process. Now, the third term, what is called parting line. What is this parting line? Parting line is the line which separates the mold into two halves. First half is called cope half, or which is generally a upper half, and second half is called as a drag half. Now you see the another term which is used called as a pouring basin. What is this pouring basin? It is a cup shape from where the metal is being poured into the mold cavity. As the metal, this is the first part where the metal enters. This pouring basin connects through pouring cup, and then the metal flows from there to other parts. Now come to the lower part, which is called as a gate. From that pouring basin, the metal rushes and moves towards the gate, where we see the runners. Runners are what? These are the parts which connects the pouring basin to the gate. Then now the next part, what we'll see there as a core. The core, what is core? Core is a separate part which is being baked separately and used generally to have the hollow shapes in the casting. Now, when you see the metal is being poured and it rushes, as the metal is in being in the very hot conditions, what are the general thing? What is main phenomena? The gases are available either in the molten part of the metal. Second, the gases are also available in the sand part, because it is a moisture sand. Now, if we don't make a proper version to move out, these will become as a defects of the casting, and once casting is it got defected, it needs to throw out completely, or it is a wastage, and any wastage costs money. So there is a vent, what you can say, to escape of holes, a vent is being provided. Over a period of time, what we see, the metal solidifies and there is a shrinkage. So the shrinkage allowance needs to be given, a shrinkage needs to be compensated, and so a part which is placed is called as a riser, which is used to compensate for that shrinkage. And generally the riser is placed at a spot which is called as a hot spot. Now these are the some common terms which are being used in casting process. Now first, everybody starts with advantages. Let us start with the limitations of casting. Now we see the first limitation is it is a labor intensive process, because lot of labor is being involved, his skill is being involved, so it is a labor intensive process. Second, during the sand casting, the dimensional accuracy and next the surface finish is very poor, but due to new technological advancement, this has been improved with the new type of casting called investment casting or shell molding. Now let us go to the next slide, which is called advantages of casting. Again, the first and foremost advantages of casting is any complex shape can be made, any critical shapes can be made. Second, flexibility of size and weight. We have any from small in grams to lot of kilograms or tons, the casting can be produced. And the best advantage is ferrous and non-ferrous, both metals can be cast, and it is simple and inexpensive method, and the wastage of raw material is low. Now what you think, please think, what are the casting parts around you? Now the references which are used are PLGen, Principle of Foundry Technology, a book, and NPTEL notes. Thank you.